this is where I do my cakes. This is the kitchen. Over on this side, we have all of the sprinkles and the cake boards, and back here we have all of the cupcake decorations and ribbon and mixers. Proof box, we have the dish pit where luckily most of the time I have somebody to do dishes for me. Mop sink, refrigerator, sheeter, which is my best friend. I cannot imagine rolling out as much fondant as I do and not having a sheeter. So let's get down to decorating some cake. This is a cake I did a couple weeks ago, and it's a Dr. Seuss cake, and it's really fun and whimsical, and it was for a baby shower for 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, new fish. So I am going to show you how I did the Seussian waves. So I have my blank canvas here. I have gel paste, which I'm going to use as paint, and I have extract, which is going to sort of thin the gel paste out a little bit so I can use it as an easier paint. So I'm thinning it out, and I'm going to make just a soft outline of my wave, fun and whimsical. Nothing too rigid because it is Dr. Seuss. You want it to be fun. Free form, freehand. And then I'm going to start filling it in. So to add dimension and contrast, I don't want the waves to be all the same color. I want some of the paint to come off of my brush so that it's lighter, like in here. And then I can add a little bit more paint, make it a little bit darker, bring it in, adding color. My 3-year-old loves Dr. Seuss, so we're constantly reading Dr. Seuss. When I had the opportunity to do a Dr. Seuss cake, I was super excited because I'd had all of these ideas that just came from reading books with her. Okay, so we are all filled in, and notice it's darker in here and it's lighter in here. And in Seussian form, we are going to do an outline in black. Thin this out a little bit, because most of his shapes are outlined in black, and then given the cross-hatched pattern, a little more black. The cross-hatching I think is a lot of fun because I get to use a fan brush, which I don't get to use very often. It adds great texture and dimension. And since these are waves, I want to come back and add a little crest right there, and maybe I'll add a little crest right here. My fan brush. The fun part. So I add a little more extract, thin it out a little bit more. And you'll notice in his books, in his drawings, there's a lot more at the bottom. And then you come back across. Like this, like so. And fill this in like so. I've never taken any painting classes. I want to, I just don't have a lot of time, unfortunately. So everything I do by sight. Self-taught. Like, I'll go on YouTube and see how painters do things, but mostly I just look at the artist I'm trying to emulate. So I don't think that you have to take classes for everything, although it would be really nice. I think you just have to have a good eye for the artist, for design. And maybe a little more fan brush up here. Okay. That's not too hard, right? Well, try doing it with a baby attached to you. Because this is how I work just about every single day. I have a me. I have a sidekick. I have a growth, if you will. So I'm not single. No, I'm happily married, but I am a working mother, and I bring my baby to work. And so I have tons of tools to help me. I have the Moby Wrap, the Baby Bjorn, the high chair, the pack and play, the Bumbo, I think it's called. And my best secret weapon is my mother, because she loves playing with her. But I don't get my mom all the time, so it's like I'm constantly on a cake competition. The baby's asleep. Okay, what can I get done? Oh, the baby woke up. Let's put her in the high chair. She'll be happy for like 10 minutes. What can I do? So actually, I think it would make an awesome episode if you gave all the cake decorators an 8-month-old baby and then put them through the challenge. And I'd like to see how they handle stress and pressure then, because I would definitely have a leg up, because this is how I work most of the time. Okay, here we are in the store, and here are some of the cakes that I have on display. The top 3 and this one were featured in Cake Central magazine, which I was super excited to be featured in. This cake here we call the tattoo cake, and it took about 2 hours to paint the little petals on the flower. I was really proud of the way it came out. This cake here took me about 2 hours as well to paint the flowers on the cake. This one up here, I would say, took about 4 hours or so. It took a couple hours of doing the flowers, and then it took a couple hours to carve and fondant and shade the cake. This one, I would say, took about 2.5 hours. I had to do the knot fabric, and then I had to place each one of the little pearls on top. And then the one at the far end, the white one, I don't even know how long it took, because those gum paste flowers take a very long time to do, and it took multiple sittings to do it. So I wish that I had more room to display more cakes, but I don't, so I just try and rotate these out whenever I get creative and the mood strikes. So this is what I can do.